Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson. In this lesson we are going to dive deeper into user interface, graphical user interface, and I will talk about turtle graphic. We already worked with turtle graphic, but in this section we will dive deeper. So Python Turtle module makes learning programming engaging by turning code into a visual art. You can use this graphic to develop your own software or own game. So you can create a user-friendly software or program. So in order to use this graphic, then we have to import that into our IDE. So how to import that? You use this keyword from, then you mention the name of the package, and then you use another keyword which is called import, and then the name of the class which is inside this package. Okay, after you have imported the class, then you will be able to create its object. Okay, all right, now let me give you a demo so you can understand that better. I have already created this, and let me create another file. Graphic .py. As I said, in order to use this graphical user interface, you can import its class. This class has been already created or developed by a Python software engineer. Okay, now there are many ways to import that. I can simply import name of that name of the package. After you import that package, now you can create its some, for example, objects. Now I want to create an object like TD, for example. Inside this package we have many classes, for example. Okay, once I print a dot, then I will be able to find the class that I need. In this case I use this class and I am creating this object or its object. Now if I want to run my code, you can see a window appears and it disappears immediately. Okay, now in order to keep the window open, I need another class. In this case I use screen class inside this package, and I am creating its object. In this case I say okay, windows is equal to turtle and screen. Once I have created its object, now inside this screen class there is a function which enables us to keep the window open. So how can I use this function? I say window dot exit on click. Now you can see the window stays open unless I click on it. So this is one way how you import your module. But there are also a simpler way to import your class from the module with a single line of code. I say from turtle package import the classes that I need. In this case, I need this class and also I need this class. Now, once I have imported my class, I want to create its object. In this case, okay, TD, for example. Like, TD is the name of the object. You can name your object whatever you want. Just give it as a descriptive name. Okay, TD is equal to turtle. I have created this class. Okay, now I need to create a window object. Screen. As I said, inside this class we have a function exit on click. Okay, I use this function. You can see now it keeps the window open. So this is another way how you can import your classes from a package. If you want to import all the classes inside this package, you press star. Star means all the classes. Okay, all the classes. Okay, let me run my code again. What happened? Okay. The parenthesis is missing, that's why. Now it keeps the window open. Now I want to play with this turtle object, with this object. First of all, I want to change its size. How can I do that? There is a function which is called shape. You can change the shape whatever you want. In this case, I want to have a turtle, a real turtle shape. Now you can see it changed to a turtle. Now if you want to change it to another, for example, I want to change it to circle. You can see it changes to a circle. For example, rectangle, rectangle. So the rectangle is not inside shape list. So we have turtle and square, circle, and we have a square. Maybe we have, I'm not sure. Yes, we have a square. So I use turtle all right. Now what I'm trying to do, I want to change its color. For example, I want to change it to red color. You can see its color has been changed. might ask yourself, okay, how do I understand about all these functions, about all these classes and this turtle package? There is a documentation, Python documentation. You go to the Google. You go to the Google website and search for Python turtle package. Python turtle package. Now you go to the official website. Okay. You go to the official website. So there is all the information that you need about this package, about all the classes inside this package. And also we have some methods or functions. In this case we have these functions. Okay, imagine a robotic turtle starting at 0.0 in XY plane. After an import turtle, you give it a command, this. It moves on a screen 15 pixels in the direction it is facing. Okay, now I want to use this function. I want to use this function. For example, I say turtle td dot, for example, forward. I say please move forward 100 space or pixel. In this case, pixel. Now let me run my code again. You can see it moves from this point to this point. Okay, I say I want to draw a rectangle like this. I want to move this from this side. Then I turn right, I move 100 space, and then I turn right again, and then I turn right again. I come to the source. So how can I do that? We have another function which is called, you can see, turn right, right function. So it rotates in a place 25-degree clockwise. So what does it mean? Let me use that function, right? I say, okay, 25-degree. So now let's see. You can see, once it arrived at this place, it turns 25-degree this way. Now I say, okay, please turn this way, move this way. So this is 90-degree according to now you can see it turns right to this direction. Okay, once it turns right, I say, okay, move 100 pixel forward. Okay, perfect. Now I say, once you arrived at this point, you turn right again and move toward this point. How can I do that? I can simply copy my code. Now let's see what will happen. You can see. All right. Now I want to turn right again. I want to turn to this direction, and I want to arrive or come back to my source point. So again, I am copying my code, or I say, now turn right again, 90 degree. Once you turn right to 90 degree, let's see. Now this is to this direction. I want to move 100 pixel forward. Very nice. Now I have created a rectangle by using this graphical user interface or turtle class. So this is very interesting, but in this case you can see there is a drawback in my code because we have repeatedly used these two steps. You can see TD move forward 100 pixel and then turn right 90 degree, then move 100 pixel forward, turn right degree. You can see this has been repeated 4 times. So in order to simplify my code, what I am trying to do, I use for loop. Okay, I say for whatever you want, t for example, whatever you want, in range. Now you can see I have repeated my code 4 times. Now I want to repeat it 4 times. Okay. After that, I remove all of them. I only need these two. I paste it here. Now this code, this for loop code, performs or achieves the same goal. So let's see. You can see it achieves the same goal, but this is more simple and more clean code. So that's why I am advising you to try to use for logics, while logics, and some functions to create or write more clean code in your project. Okay? Okay, perfect and nice. We talked about how to import our package and classes inside that package. I also explained this class screen, okay, and I use this function to keep my window opens. Okay, perfect. And I also talked about Python documentation. Okay, if you want to build a project, if you want to use a specific package, go to a Python official website and study that package. In this case, I need turtle package. I came here and right now I am studying. I am looking for a specific function that I need inside this package. In this case, I found this. Okay, and I built this project. You can see. So you can do the same thing. You go to the Python official website and find study and use those functions and classes. You can see there are lots of functions. You can use that. This one, for example, this one, there are many. Okay, I also talked about all of these things. Also I talked about this as well. I also talked about this at the beginning of the class. As I said, in order to use your module or package, you have 3 ways to do that. The first way is to import simply that package, for example turtle. Now once you imported turtle, you can create, for example, an object. I want to create another object, for example td. Now I am writing the name of the package, then I write point, and then the name of the class that I need, in this case turtle. Okay, now if I want to run my code, you can see I have created two objects. The first object, now let me change its color, its shape, sorry, td point shape. For example, it should be circle. Then you will understand the difference. You can see the circle. Now I want to move this circle forward. Okay, I say td forward, for example 200. Now you will understand the difference. You can see. So this is one way. You simply import the name of the package, and then you can use its classes like this. Okay, another way is to, okay, you can write a single line of code like this from turtle package. You write the name of the package, then you use import keyword, and then name of the classes, in this case turtle and turtle. And the third way, okay, you write like this from turtle import everything. Okay, this way is not really recommended because you don't know the name of all classes, and you will get confused. So this is the best way that you can use. So okay, now let's talk about installing external packages. There are some external package in Python that you don't have that in your IDE. You don't have that in your IDE. In this case, for example, if I want to work with, in this case, NumPy, first of all, I want to install this package. After that, I import this package and I work with that. Okay. For example, if I want to install that package, I say pip install. You use this Linux command, install, and name of that package, numpy. I don't know, yes, numpy. Right now, you install that. Once it has been installed, now you can use that package like this, import numpy. Okay, numpy. Now you can use this package. Inside this package we also have many classes which is used for data analysis and so on. This is how you can use external package. Okay, you use this command. And to summarize, in this section of the course we studied how to work with modules like Total Graphic. Then I explained about Python documentation. If you want to build your own projects, in case you need specific modules, you go to the Python official website and study all the classes and its function inside this module. Then I talked about the ways to import your module inside your project and how to use that. And finally, I talked about how to install external Python package inside your project. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Thank you very much and have a good night.